No following and especially no jumping in the water. Understand? Good.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Kingdom. I'm the Duke. We are back in Ark Survival Ascended, and right behind me you will see the greenhouse that we've been building previously. I've also gone ahead and planted some seeds, so they have started growing, and I should have some fruit and stuff soon. Thank you for joining me in this episode as we continue our building, and today we're going to focus on two things. The first thing is I need to get these dinosaurs out of this area. This is just a landing platform, so I want them to be somewhere else. So I'm going to build some platforms for them, and then the second thing is I'm going to extend this walkway out a little bit, and then I'm going to build a area over here for the resource gatherers, that mod that we are using that can that can produce some resources for us as we go along. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to try and make this a little bit fancy for these guys, my resource gatherers, and also the other ones that I use for different purposes. And I'm going to do it over on this side. That is what we're going to do. Alright. So thank you for joining me. Hope you liked this episode. Hope you like this building. This is actually the first time that I'm actually combining all of the different areas and stuff of the main base all together. And the reason for that is we've got this lovely area with a mod that allows us to build on water, so why not? So sit back, relax, get something to drink, and enjoy. Okay. So I have finished with these guys, so they each have their own platform. Now you will see that I've put up the railings all the way up to the roof. That's mainly because when I jump off the dinos, I don't want to be falling into the water. That is going to be not good for my health. So, and then I just trimmed it off with these curved, grooved pillars at each entrance, and I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to move on now to the next one, which is the resource platform area. Let's call it a factory. Now let me just put these away real quick. And grab the rest of these. Not sure if I'm going to have enough platforms. We will have to wait and see for that. And anyways, I need to extend this outwards. Let's just keep with 2 rows for now. And let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it 5 with 1 entrance then. Something like that, and 5 this way. Okay, I'm going to continue placing down these floating foundations to see if I can get a sort of a working flow for the resources. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, just bringing you back for a moment. This is going to be the second floor, but I'm not going to build the second floor right now because it's going to take me a long while to actually fill this first floor with all the resource gatherers that is going to fit in here. I've got one ready, so let me grab that real quick. Crafting, here we go. So what's going to happen here basically is I'm just going to place a crafter on every block. That's the wrong one. I just needed to turn around. And let's see if we can have it face the right way. It's not going to face the right way. Why is it not facing the right way? But anyways, for instance, if I place it down like that, it should have power as it is still in the generator's range. I can just insert the resource on that, will gather the resources for me. Of course, this is only a tier 1. I still need to upgrade this to a tier 3 before I use it. But upgrading stuff to tier 3 is a lot of resources. So it's not easy workaround. It really takes a lot of effort. Structures gatherers, that's one. 400 cementing base, 1000 metal ingots, 300 electronics, and 100. Well, that's just tier 1. Tier 2 almost doubles that, and then tier 3 adds even more metal ingots just for that one gatherer, and that is 4000 metal ingots, 600 electronics extra on top of the previous resources. So yeah, it takes quite a while. What I've managed to do is get these. This is a resource that will produce extra large eggs. That one will extra small eggs, and that one will produce large eggs. Now, to craft those, you actually have to have 100 dinosaur eggs of that size to craft that resource. It took me a while, but what I did is I got myself a lot of specific dinos maybe 1 or 2 males and the rest were all females. And then I set them all onto mating, and then they laid the eggs for me. What also helped, of course, is I had an, excuse the noise, I've got this oviraptor called Claver, and he's been yeah, pushing the laying of eggs when you put him on one day. So I've got the moss chops, they laid some eggs for me. I've got the theris, they laid some eggs, and then also I've got these listros for the small eggs. So that's where I got my eggs from. Now there's still 160 eggs in that crate, and then I've got 123 in that one and another 157 in that one. So they laid a lot of eggs, but that was how I was able to craft that resource, and that is going to help me craft kibble. And but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Alright, I'm almost done for this episode. I just want to put down a couple of railings first before I finish. I think I'm done with those ones. Let's take some quarter pieces, because we do have this gap that's a little bit of inconvenience in terms of... No, that's not what I wanted to do. I did not want to whistle to anyone. Again, I think this is supposed to be too high. There we go. Alright, but we still have these guys that also needs a place. My flying dinos, and then my, let's say, harvesting dinos. The Thylo and Megatherium, both of them I take into caves. And yeah, they make it possible for me to actually harvest chitin. I think I should still have some chitin. Yeah, I've got some chitin left. I think it's stone that was that I still needed more of. I should have a little bit now. There we go. So I can craft some cementing paste. Let's just get a drink real quick and eat my last bit of food. There we go. Okay, so far so good. So what I'm thinking of is maybe just expanding with the triangles right into that walkway right over there. And what on earth are you doing? You do know there is a... Oh, he's following me. That's not right. An alpha megalodon down there. You will be eaten. I wondered why he was not on his place there. There we go. No following, and especially no jumping in the water. Understand? Good. Now, where was I? Oh yes, okay. So I want to see if I can link up with that platform there. Mainly just for convenience. When you bring out one of these dinos, then you can actually just bring them over to that platform through that way. So I'm gonna have to craft some more triangle ceilings, floating foundations actually is what it's called. Yeah, that's a metal one, that's the one I want. And let's go with 50. I think I've got enough resources for that. Yeah, I've got a couple more square ones. And we still need to continue with this one right on to the other side. Okay, now that that is done, I think what I'm going to do is I don't want to come too close to this side, as I actually want to see if I can branch out from over there. Let's see, do we start here? Probably gonna have to make it 5 wide. Okay, that should be space enough. Yeah, jumping off. Maybe not the best of ideas. Let's put the griffin there because I don't jump off him to one of the sides when I get off. Watch. Let's see if we can park you there as well. Well, this is probably just going to be temporary. Okay. Just for now. You guys just hang on tight there and make sure you don't jump in the water. That will be a big disaster for me. Alright, no, it was on this side. Got a couple of triangles. Now let's see what we can do. I'm not even sure if they will actually reach each other. So we'll have to test it. Okay, let's see. It does. Well, sort of. Well, at least there's no gap between them. They don't really exactly fit onto each other, but in terms of the lines, but at least they get to each other without a gap, so that is good. I might actually remove this last row. Yeah, that should be good enough. Okay, this leaves me with 2 spaces that I can use here. This one goes out that way, this one will go that way. Now, one of them has got to be a breeding facility, and I think it might be this one going that way. Or I might even just build the breeding facility off of this walkway right through that way, just for space. And then maybe use this one for dino storage that I've got on going there at the moment. And then this one going straight is going to be where I keep all of my cryo fridges, all the dino storage, all the max levels that I've got, because currently they are just stored in here. I've got 3. It's a saber-tooth, a pterodon, and a Rex, max levels. So each one is going to have their own storage, and I'm going to do it actually a little bit different. In the previous season I used the signs above it just to tell me what is on the inside, but there's actually a new thing that came out with Ascended. Now if I can just find it real quick. Oh, I still need to place the hill station. Maybe I should place that on the diagonal one. But there's a pedestal that you can craft. Here it is. A display case it is called. let me see if I can, I've got the resources for that. Now this one actually works just fantastically. If I were to place it, you will see there is actually a name tag at the front. Now when you cryo a dino, let's put Durban into a cryo. I meant cryo. And you were to put right there. It actually displays and also the name at the bottom. So if I were to leave the name default, it will tell me that it is a filer. And then I can just put the cryofish right behind it, and then I know that this is the storage for the thylers, and I can just access it right behind it. So instead of a name against a wall, I'm going to use these display in front of them to tell me what is on the inside. I think it's just absolutely brilliant. I love this. So yeah, so that's how I'm going to work it, and that's going to use a lot of resources as well. Resources I have run out of currently. So that's going to be, have to wait for the next episode. Yeah, I think this one going out that way I'm going to use for the healing. I'm not even sure how big or small the new version is. Do I have resources? I don't think I've got enough polymer. Yeah, I'm out of polymer. Okay, so I will just check the size of it and then probably place it this way, and I can even go right through it, and the other side have my parking bay for the other dinos. Yeah, that's probably the best option. I think so. Any case, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. There's still a lot of plans I have in my head. I still need to finish the kitchen and the bedroom in terms of appliances, refrigerators and stuff like that. We still need to do the dino storage and breeding facility. So yeah, a lot of resource gathering for me that is waiting. A lot of work that I have to put in. But thank you for joining me in this episode. Hit the like button. You know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't yet and join the kingdom. And I will see you on the next one. Until then, enjoy.